This video is on the price prediction, technical analysis and market structure of US30, and as you guys know, US30 is also referred to as Dow Jones. And what we'll do is start off our analysis on the monthly chart and work our way down to about the HV chart as we usually do. And yeah, let's not waste any further time, guys, and get straight into the actual analysis. And as I said, we are on the monthly chart. And on the monthly chart, we have this area over here. It's a very strong level of support, and it's a level at which a lot of institutions are looking for price to head to, so that at that level they can actually move the market further up. Yeah, that is also because it's also the neckline of this inverted head and shoulders pattern, as you guys can see. And as I said, we want to see, or rather the institutions want to see price head back to that level, and at that point is where they will be looking to move the market further up. Let's head down to the weekly chart, and here we are on the weekly chart. And the weekly chart, we can see that has been rather tricky at this point over here, or at these levels, excuse me. And that is because price had given us a trap, or multiple traps. And the first trap is this one here, where it had given us a double top. And you guys know that whenever we have these, we look for, or rather a lot of traders and investors sell on the second leg, and others wait for price to close below the neckline, and then for it to head back to the neckline again to give it a test, and at that point they sell again, right? And we can see that price actually at this point, you know, push further down, or rather push slightly down. And what happened after that is that we saw the market do, you know, a U-turn, where the market went back to around this level. And the reason why it did so was because, remember guys, whenever we have these, people sell here and they place their stop losses there, right? So we got this stop hunt over here, right? This move over here was a stop hunt. I hope you guys can see that, right? And quite often what happens after such a stop hunt, right, where price had given us a double top here, right, and gives us another stop hunt to the upside, what happens quite a lot is that we get a crash, right? We get a crash because the stop hunt has happened, as we had multiple stop losses here. However, we can see also that price, or the market, after stop hunting here, never really crashed, right? What did it do? It went up again. And that's the second trap, in my opinion, right? So the first trap was this double top here, and the second trap was price pushing further down to this level, and more people, I believe, were selling at that point, and we saw the market again, you know, head up again, right? So what this means, in my very humble opinion, if I can just zoom in, is that a breakout is imminent, or rather a crash is imminent, excuse me, right? And that is because, over and above everything that I've just said, this particular market is very much overbought. It's very much overbought. It's been strong for quite some time, and at the same time the market is at a very strong level of resistance, as we had multiple rejections in and around that area, as you guys can see. And as I said, a crash is imminent, right? I believe that we're likely gonna see price actually move further down, and we can already see that it's given us the second leg of a double top, and at the very least the market should come down to around this level over here, in my very, very humble opinion, at the very least, right? However, I would love to see price come back to at least this level over here, right? I hope you guys can see that. Anyway, from here I'm just gonna head down to the daily chart. Just bear with me, let's have a look. Here we are on the daily chart, and remember guys that on the weekly chart I mentioned that we have this level over here, and we had, as you guys can see, multiple rejections in and around that area, right? And it's also a very strong level of resistance. To add to that, we also have now this double top over here, and chances are we're going to see the market move further down to around here. But also bear in mind that as much as the anticipation is for price to move to around here, we also have let me just clean the board. We also have just bear with me, we also have this overextended W structure, and it too has a neckline more or less at that level, and that neckline also acts as support. And as much as the anticipation is for the market to move further down to around this level, price may only hit to around this level to give it a test, and at that point is where we may see again price move further up, right? So again guys, I'm just speculating once again and showing you some of the possible outcomes that we may experience in as far as Dow Jones is concerned, and I'm not giving you any signals, right? So as much as guys we have this double structure here, just note that we have another one here, right? But this one is more visible on the H4 chart, and it too has a neckline there. And as much as I said that we may see price come back to this level at the very least, right, price may come down to that level, to this level over here, to bounce off that neckline of that double structure and once again push further up. So we need to be careful, right? However, at this point in time, I would love to see price, as I said, come at least to this level over here, right? At this level or this level at the very least, right? Because we're at a very strong level of resistance and we've had multiple rejections at that level, as you guys can see, and we also have this double top, right? Anyway, I want to head down to the H4 chart. Let's have a look. And again guys, remember I said that this double structure would be better visible on the H4 chart, and here it is. I hope you guys can see it. I'm just gonna mark that neckline of that structure. Just bear with me. Let's see, this would be the neckline of that W structure. Just wanna make it a different color. Let's have a look. Let's see, there we go, there goes our neckline, right? And what else do we see in regards to the H4 chart? At this point really I don't see much. The last point that I want to make is that as much as I'm saying that the anticipation at this point is for price to, you know, reject that level and push further down, just note that if I can just zoom in, just bear with me, let's have a look, right? We also had here a head and shoulders pattern on the H4 chart, right? And again, whenever we have these patterns, remember that traders and investors usually sell on the second leg, right, as well as here on the third leg, as well as when price closes below the neckline, right, placing their stop losses right here, and there, right? So what this means, again, if I can just zoom out, is that because we had this pattern over here, we have a lot of stop losses located just above there, right? And as much as I'm saying that the anticipation is for price to reject this area and move further down, right, price may head up once again to grab all of those stop losses that are here, and then once that happens, we may potentially see the market move further down to around here at the very least, because that's the neckline again of this W structure. I hope you guys can see that. So what am I saying, guys? So what I'm saying in other words is that we need to be careful. We need to be very, very careful. And just to go back to the weekly chart, and just in closing, right, remember guys that just bear with me, remember that the market had given us this double top here, which was a trap, and now it's given us a fresh double top here, and I expect price to at least head down to around here, right? So this is the weekly chart. That's what I expect. But just remember that on these smaller time frames, we spoke about price potentially only coming down to around there, which is where we have the neckline, remember guys, of that W structure on the H4 chart. Let me just actually go back there again, right? Here we are, and here's the W structure, and price may only do this, come to this point, and at this point we may again see the market move further up.